So this morning, we're just going to take a couple of minutes and celebrate a milestone of sorts. This is the Cincinnati tool lathe that we moved in a couple of weeks ago. Previously, I had been stashed in my storage building for 3 years and was snatched from the jaws of death, the dumpster. At that time, it was between the holidays 3 years ago. So it's doing its first paying job. This is a real job for a customer. Customer of mine, they had a trailer axle lose a wheel bearing, naturally wrecked the spindle. There's the axle over here in the misery bench and the axle jig. And they got this spindle for it, but it was not the right size hub to fit the tubing. So that's that there over there. So I made them a bushing with it. So that's like 3 3/8 DOM tubing, a chunk that they had. So I turned it down to, it's gonna go inside that tube, and I'm gonna press that on there and plug weld it on. I sent this 1 3/4 drill, that's 1 3/4 down through there to, to open that up so this all works. You can see there's wires doing the drilling. Did the turning with it. Lathe is running good. I'm just patiently picking through it, sorting it out. We'll talk about the drill index. At the time when we were moving this in, I mentioned the drill index, I think. And so here it is right here. I kind of set it up a little bit so you guys can see it. To me, this is like an artifact, a machine shop artifact. Sounds silly, but I just think it's the coolest thing. Taper shank drills from probably 5/16, 1/4 inch, I believe, to 2 5/8 ish. About 50-70% of what you see here, it's hard to say exactly, was with it. I had a mountain of taper shank drills in toolbox, organized in a thin height toolbox drawers. They were just kind of rolling around. Now they're organized. I've never used taper shank drills so much as this now, because they're marked where they belong. Somebody took the time and made all that. Goes all the way down to 2 inch, and then it's unmarked after that, but there's some Mongos in there. And I just found some more upstairs in my stock room that I got to bring down and put in this also, Matt. So I need to mention the guys that helped me. Kyle Langlis, Matt Gendron, Gary Tapscott, Paul Michaud. Matt Gendron patiently sorted. We had buckets full of drills when we moved all these, and all the ones I had were not really well sorted. So he patiently went through all this, got them in the right slots, marked them carefully so we know what they are. Now they get used and they get put back. It's pretty awesome. Paul made the skate for this directly right away, so this thing can move around. It's not just an ingot in the way. Kyle, can't say enough about Kyle helping us, me personally, and all these guys helping us move this stuff. He's always there when I want him, need him. So we'll look at the radial drill. The radial drill here was going to get thrown away also. It just floors me that this was almost scrapped. Just, good for me. I was in the right place at the right time and somebody knew to call me. I do have another big radial drill that needs a home. It's bigger than this one. Hit me up if you have any interest at all in a good old radial drill. Has a hand clutch. It's a power tapping monster. If you had a lot of tapping to do, it'd be the machine for you, and it would be reasonable. I'd virtually give it to you. I just don't want it scrapped. So yeah, and it's complete. I scunned my knuckle too and doing all messing around with that today. So we're gonna say this is a milestone, and happy day.